Are we live? We are live. Great, great, great. I just want to welcome everybody. Good day. My name is Clara Lyons-DeVaughn. I am the broker owner of Lyonsview Realty. Our team provides residential, commercial for small businesses and nonprofits, and property management services. I'm excited to announce Lyonsview Academy that is coming soon. And Lyonsview Academy will be providing real estate pre-licensing and continuing education, credit counseling and distressed homeowner solutions, and lifestyle, health, wealth, and wellness education. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. And I just want to really thank you for tuning in to Financial Fridays. Financial Fridays is really here to help you stay current, on those trends that really impact your bottom line. Our goal is to provide you with resources, information, and tips to assist you in making the best financial decisions. And our commitment really is to maximize your wealth building power now and in the future. So what better way to do that than to invest in real estate? So I'm glad you tuned in today. Welcome. You can like and share this video, and our guests are really here as a resource for you. So please feel free to ask questions. If you have any comments, you can put those in the chat section. And I really am excited to introduce my guest today, Mr. Jesse Crawford from NJFMA. And we met, oh my God, it's been a few years now. The Southern New Jersey chapter of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers was having a home buyer workshop, and reached out to Mr. Crawford to provide some resources and to come and share about the programs that we're going to talk about today. And we've been, collaborating ever since. I just love NJFMA. I didn't know it exists. So by the time this is over, you'll know a lot more about the organization, what services Mr. Crawford is available to provide for you and the organization, and we'll get started. So tell us a little bit about yourself and NJFMA.
Good morning. How are you? My name is Jesse Crawford. I am a part of the New Jersey Housing Mortgage Finance Agency, the marketing and outreach team. And my primary position is to travel all around this great state, promoting all the programs that we offer from our agency. I met you again about 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been about 2 years.
And we've been working together ever since. And it's just a pleasure to be here this morning.
Awesome. So I really want to thank you for coming. NJFMA has been around for a long time. I think the brother was an Omega. He was a friend of my husband's, and he was the one who initially shared with me about it. And then he got transferred. He took a job in another state, moved his family, and then you and I got connected. Mm-hmm. But we're going to drill down into the down payment and specifically, down payment and closing cost program. But NJFMA is a powerhouse of resources. So not only do you provide information for new home buyers, you provide information for renters, you provide resources for developers. It's amazing. Can you kind of share some of the services that NJFMA provides?
Certainly. We at the agency provide financing on all levels for housing, affordable housing. Mm-hmm. We provide financing to developers who build multifamily housing for low to moderate income.
Okay.
We also provide financing to developers who build special needs housing for veterans and housing for the mentally disabled or physically disabled folks throughout the state of New Jersey and for seniors. So we provide housing on all levels, affordable housing on all levels throughout the state of New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I've seen some of the projects. I was really impressed. And I didn't know that those projects were financed through the New Jersey Housing Mortgage Finance Agency.
Yes, we have so many projects throughout the state. when we're out or I'm out on the road, we have a display, a video display of all the projects that we've done over the last few years. A number of projects, Haynes Building in Newark. If you look at Newark, there's so many new developments and affordable housing projects, and most of them we finance. And again, we do it throughout the entire state of New Jersey.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. And then for renters, there's resources for people who are dealing with COVID and a bunch of other stuff. Share a little bit about what you do for the renters.
Yeah, currently right now, for those who've been impacted by the COVID-19 virus, the governor has put in place a moratorium on all evictions, and that's going to stay in place until he lifts that executive order, and we have the all clear for this COVID pandemic. And so folks who cannot pay their rent need not fear they're going to be thrown out of their homes. And also on our website, I'm going to promote this as we go through, nj.gov, we have resources and links available for folks who are unable to pay their mortgage or their rent, and how there are counseling agencies free of charge throughout the entire state available for folks to navigate this process and these trying times.
Yeah, and there's also isn't there a resource center, New Jersey? What is it called? New Jersey Housing Resource Center that people can go to as well.
Yeah, we affectionately refer to it as NJHRC, the Housing Resource Center, and you can get there hrc.gov, and it has available resources for rental, affordable rentals, where you can search by town, search criteria by the number of rooms that you need, whether you need senior housing, disabled access, and let you know exactly how much the rent is and who to contact, whether there's a waiting list, whether they accept any type of vouchers of any sort, Section 8, any type of rental vouchers. So it's a great resource for folks looking for affordable rentals throughout the entire state.
Yeah, and I get that question all of the time, and I was like, it's I think a resource that's not utilized as much as it could be, for sure.
Certainly.
And I also didn't know that you have resources for existing homeowners.
We certainly do. What folks typically don't know, or in some cases even believe, we can provide down payment assistance to an existing homeowner, someone who's looking to upgrade or downgrade. And I know I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but if you need money to buy a new home, you want to upgrade from your old home, and you need down payment assistance, we can help you.
That's awesome. I have a client now who was asking that question, but they went on the website and they weren't able to find where exactly that link is. So as we get into this, we'll talk about that a little bit more.
Certainly.
And let's get to it. So for our new home buyers, there's actually several different programs that New Jersey hmfa, it's a mouthful.
I know. It took me a while to get it.
Housing Mortgage Finance Agency Association. HMFA. We'll say that 3 times.
New Jersey Housing Mortgage Finance Agency.
Yes. Yeah. So you provide several different mortgage programs for new home buyers, for first-time home buyers. So go ahead.
Yeah, we provide a first-time home buyer mortgage, a low interest rate, 30-year fixed mortgage, and coupled with that, we have our down payment assistance program, which will give you $10,000 towards your down payment and your closing costs. Again, that's $10,000.
$10,000
towards your down payment and closing costs.
Well, alrighty then. That's pretty awesome. So what does a new home buyer have to do to get those funds and to get into
Certainly. We have an approved lender list. We don't originate our own loans. All our loans are underwritten by an approved lender list, lenders who have been vetted by our agency, and basically they do all the work. So simply put, your borrower or your potential homeowner would reach out to one of the approved lenders on our list and simply state, I want a New Jersey Housing Mortgage Finance Agency down payment assistance loan. And they will do the rest. They'll walk them through the process from the beginning until it's completely underwritten and they close and they get those keys in their hand.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So do they have to be a New Jersey resident to participate, to apply?
That's a great question. And the answer is no. They could be moving from New York to New Jersey. They just have to occupy this new residence once they close for 5 years as their primary residence here in New Jersey. They can move from Florida, Connecticut. As long as they're coming to New Jersey, we welcome you coming. We just need you to stay.
Indeed, indeed. So they need to stay here for 5 years.
Right.
And is there a geographic restriction to where the house has to be?
None at all. They can purchase anywhere throughout the state of New Jersey, any county.
Any county in New Jersey. And this is great because some of the down payment assistance programs are specific to a particular area. So any place in any county in the state of New Jersey.
Exactly.
That's pretty awesome. So the location of the home isn't an issue. Can they get additional gift funds to, partner with the down payment assistance program with the 10K?
I see you done your homework. Yes, they certainly can. Now, what I typically tell folks is if you're receiving additional down payment assistance grants or funding from any other source, you can couple that with our down payment assistance. But the one caveat is that other entity has to allow it. Now, we can't mandate what their restrictions are on the money that they give to your client. But as long as that other entity or agency or municipality says, yes, you can couple these funds, you've met our requirements, we don't care. So they can most definitely do that.
Okay. So they find a lender who's on the list.
Mm-hmm.
They can find a property anywhere in the state of New Jersey. If they're doing another down payment assistance program, they just need to check with that lender to make sure, it's a happy couple.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how much of their own money do they need to have typically for this program? Is there a requirement?
Well, the requirements have changed slightly. It's required that they will need at least 3 months reserves. Okay. In light of changing times right now, it's required that they have at least 3 months funds in the bank in case something happens, basically.
Okay. And can they have too much money in the bank?
They can, in terms of assets, as if that's what you're referring to. Yes. The requirement or the issue is if you have a client who has more than 20% liquid assets to put down on the home they're looking to purchase, then they're not going to get these funds in terms of down payment assistance. One, because they don't need it.
Right.
These funds are for folks who actually need it. As long as they don't have 20% liquid assets to put down on the home they're looking to purchase, they can take advantage of these funds.
Yeah. And that's a really good, important point to point out, because a lot of times the people who really need the help are not getting it. And people who do the research say, here's this pot of money, even though I don't need it, let me get it, because why use my own money when I can leverage someone else's? But like you said, this money is really for people who have a need for these funds. So that criteria is really put in place to protect that the right people are getting the money. You need to be educated that it's there and that it's available for them. Speaking of which, are there any income limits for this particular product?
There are income limits. We have on our website at nj.gov under the home buyer tab, the income limits by county.
Okay.
And it's done by number in the household.
Okay.
So if you go to the chart on the website, scroll down to your county, it'll tell you exactly what the maximum income per household and per number in the household is. But the great thing about our income limits, they're very generous. And you've seen our income limits. It's unlike some county income limits that are very, very low. Most folks will qualify for this $10,000 down payment assistance program because the income limits are so generous. Yes.
Okay. And you were saying earlier, definitely first-time home buyers, but there's a possibility for people who are moving up into a second home or another
upgrading or downgrading.
How does that work?
The way it works is that if you're an existing homeowner
Mm-hmm.
and you want to utilize these funds for down payment and closing costs, you would have to purchase a home in an urban targeted area. And again, that information is on our website that will tell you where the urban targeted areas are. It also has a link where you can do your own research, put in the actual address of the property you're looking to purchase, and it will indicate whether or not it's in an urban targeted area. As long as it's in an urban targeted area, you as an existing homeowner can purchase that home and utilize these down payment assistance funds.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. And then what about the disposition of the home that they're leaving? If they, for some reason, don't sell it and have to rent it out, is that still a possibility for them?
Well, the way the program is written right now, the home has to be under contract to be sold prior to closing on the new home. Now, there may be some leeway in terms of the home if it's not sold and maybe it's rented out and under contract and occupied prior to closing on the new home. But the situation with the old home has to be in place,
you're not in it, right?
Done before they close on the new home.
Yeah, that you're not in that property. I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, the lenders who work with the home borrowers can actually walk them through that process and let them know what they need to do.
Gotcha. So what are the payback terms for the $10,000 grant?
That's a great question, and I have a great answer for you.
Okay.
As long as the new homeowner lives in this home for 5 years as their primary residence, pays their mortgage on time, does not refinance, does not rent the home out, and obviously does not default on the mortgage, the $10,000 does not have to be paid back at all.
What? It's forgiven.
Totally forgiven.
Totally
forgiven. What this $10,000 down payment assistance is what we call a forgivable loan.
Nice.
Meaning as long as you adhere to the program guidelines, it's totally forgiven after 5 years. And during the 5 year period, there's no payments because it's a zero interest loan.
So it's just like, it's kind of like it's invisible sitting in the background.
Exactly. We want to encourage folks to buy a home and stay put, pay their mortgage on time, build equity, and then have a great start from the beginning. It's like getting an infusion of $10,000 cash equity up front to buy a home.
Yeah. So if I guess criteria for first-time home buyer is anybody who hasn't owned a property where they're on title in the last 3 years. Is that still the case?
Yeah, that's still the case. Yes.
Okay. So they could have owned a property before, but as long, maybe, things changed and for 3 years they haven't, maybe they rented for 3 years or went out of the country, out of the state, whatever, came back, but they haven't owned a property in the last.
Right. And I want to make the distinction. You could be an investor who owns a property or summer home in Florida, who lives in New Jersey, and who's lived here for the last 3 years renting, and you can prove that you're considered a first-time home buyer.
Get out. Now that's something I didn't know.
Right.
Okay. That's pretty awesome.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome. So any other points about the $10,000 grant program? I think we talked about you can use it for down payment. It's also for closing costs too, or is it both, or however?
It's for both. It's for both. Typically down payment, but you can use for down payment and closing costs. And, and again, it can be coupled with any other type of grant you may receive, or any type of gift you may receive from family members to help you with the purchase of your home. And in some cases, you could purchase a home with little or no money out of your own pocket.
Wow. So if my down payment is $3,000, then that leaves another $7,000 to apply towards the closing costs. This is awesome. I just don't know why more people who are eligible are not using this product. Have you seen like a slowdown or increase in in this season, or? We've seen an increase, and even with the current circumstances, we are still processing loans. Someone asked me, were we still open? Yeah, we're open. We have lenders still submitting loans to us. We're still closing. We're still doing business. We're just doing business in a different way. Wow. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Well, that 10K grant, forgivable grant after 5 years, is an awesome way to start building wealth in a new property for a new homeowner or an existing homeowner who is moving into that next property. That's pretty awesome.
Right.
Pretty awesome. There are a couple of other programs. Any other things about that program before we move on to the next one?
Minimum credit score is 650 or higher.
Okay.
And that was the only other thing that I did not mention, that the credit score is 650 or higher.
Okay, awesome. That's very doable, very doable. And so you have another program, the Police and Firemen Retirement System Mortgage.
Yeah, that's a great program for policemen and firemen with 1 year credible service. They're eligible for the program. And unlike the first-time homebuyer program or the down payment assistance program, they're a lot more. It's a lot more flexible for policemen and firemen. With the $10,000 DPA, it has to be an existing home that you purchase. It can't be
new construction.
New construction. The other thing about the DPA is that you can, in essence, purchase a 1 to 4 family unit and occupy one unit as your primary residence for 5 years and rent the other units out.
Wow. Which
is doable under the $10,000 DPA first-time home buyer program. Well, with the policemen and firemen program, they can build a home from the ground up.
Wow.
They can acquire the property with funds from this program. There are no income restrictions for policemen and firemen. Wow. So it's a whole different ball game for them, but they don't get the actual $10,000 down payment assistance. Okay. That's the difference. Okay. They have access to other opportunities, but not the $10,000 DPA.
Okay.
And it's a very low interest rate, 30-year fixed loan. The maximum mortgage amount is $510,400. And again, they have the flexibility of doing what they wish to do. If they want to acquire property to build from the ground up, they can do that. They can buy a multi-family unit, and there are no income restrictions in terms of the program.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So this has been like really, really, really great information. You can get a $10,000 grant from the state of New Jersey. You don't have to be an existing resident. You can be moving into New Jersey, purchase in any county, city within the state of New Jersey, and use that down payment assistance program money. It's totally forgivable. If you stay in that property for 5 years, you don't have to pay any of that money back. Excuse me, my alarm is going off here. You don't have to pay any of that money back. You can be a first-time home buyer or an existing homeowner who's moving into a new property and still be eligible for the $10,000 grant funds. That's just blowing me away. And the minimum credit score is only 650, which is very, very, very doable.
Yeah.
So this is awesome. And in addition to that, there's another program that you guys do with firemen and policemen where they can actually do new construction. Oh, let me back up. You can do a multifamily home if you live in one of the units.
Yes. I believe it's capped at 2-family.
At a 2-family unit. Okay. And still use those funds. So awesome program. How do people either reach out to you or get information on the program?
Certainly. Again, our web address is nj.gov. Everything we spoke about today, there's links on our website to this information. At the top of the webpage, there's a tab for home ownership, for foreclosure. There's a developer tab and other resources. So I strongly suggest you go to the website, and all the information you're looking for is listed there.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen for just a second here so they can see. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, great. So yeah, there's the homepage. If you're a current homeowner or you're looking to purchase a home, rental information, lots of resources there. If you're in foreclosure, the lenders who participate in the program. If you're a developer, we found out about today, and you want to purchase something for special needs, someone who's disabled. What were the other categories?
Veterans, seniors, and disabled. Yes.
Yeah. And this is just my favorite book in the whole wide world. I am so glad that you guys published this book. It's called The Road Home, New Jersey, a guide for New Jersey homebuyer. It has all of the information there. I pass this out at every homebuyer workshop. Jesse and his folks so graciously provide this information. It is a phenomenal, let me see if I can see this, a phenomenal resource, a phenomenal resource for first-time home buyers, because it has all of the language, the jargon about, everything related to purchasing the house. It's just
APR, a great all that
you need to do. Yeah, all the questions that I get are answered in this book.
Yeah,
it's definitely a phenomenal resource. So I think NJHFMA is doing a great job. I cannot praise you guys enough for what you're doing for people who are interested in not only purchasing houses in the state of New Jersey, but people who are looking to rent, affordable housing solutions, distressed housing solutions, although I know funds in that area have kind of slowed down a little bit. I get excited, I get excited when there's things out there that help people do that. So definitely reach out to Mr. Crawford. Go to the website, njhfma.gov. Is that correct?
njhmfa.gov or njhousing.gov.
njhousing.gov. Awesome. Awesome. So I just want to thank you again, Jesse, for joining me today. You're definitely a great resource. So reach out to Mr. Crawford or reach out to NJFMA. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this video. And you can also reach out to anyone on our team here at Lyonsview Realty if you are interested in a career in real estate or if you need some assistance with your next real estate transaction. The information is on the screen, but you can reach us at info@lyonsviewrealty.com. I want to thank you again for watching us today. Financial Fridays is here to provide you with the resources, information, tips, and tools to help you impact your bottom line. And I hope you receive something of value today. I'm sending love and light out to and prayers to anyone who has lost a loved one, anyone who has folks who are in the hospital for whatever reason, anyone who is experiencing the impact of physical distancing, and definitely to our essential employees who are going to work, those who are providing all of our needed services, food, healthcare, transportation, food, police, fire protection, and especially our leadership. So I encourage everyone to take care of yourself, take care of your family, definitely stay safe. My name is Clara Lyons-DeVaughn. Financial Friday streams here on Facebook and YouTube. You can join us again on Friday at 9:30 a.m. Until then, keep living your best life. Thanks again, Jesse. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.